So it's another day. Welcome back to the channel. Interesting picture behind you there, Pete. How are you? How's that?
Yeah. Follow up from last week, Dennis.
That's,
Another view
oh,
of an
okay.
RL Bedford wedged into another truck on its side in Malaysia. So same truck, same driver, Kelly Tucker,
Yeah.
and that's a view of it. The cab with the cupola at the top and
Yes.
the canopy. So the truck's lying on its side, passenger doors wide open, and yeah, I've got a couple more of it. So if we carry on, not sure when Frank's back. I think he's on his way back now, isn't he?
Um, I saw he was leaving Gatwick or something.
Right. So
Last thing I saw.
so if I'll see what happens with next week, but I might just put one more on, so from a different angle.
Yep.
Yeah,
So that's pretty lucky that we didn't have a fatality with that.
it was bloody amazing. It was a hell of, I mean, the RL was a write-off, and it takes a lot to write them off. I mean, the chassis was bloody near twisted 90 degrees, so massive impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, folks. That's a bit of a history about the photo, and thanks for putting that up, Pete. I hope you're all well where you are. Your family's well. You're all looking good and bright and
Yep,
cheery. Um, and
absolutely.
thanks for joining us, and thanks for the photos. Pete, you asked a little while back for people to throw photos up and give us a bit of information about them. Is that happening at all, or you're not seeing much?
Um, I haven't seen any. Admittedly, I've been working some rather funny hours, so I haven't been on Facebook as well. It's probably a good thing, actually, my wife would say, but probably not as much as I should be or could be. So, yeah, no, I haven't seen any. But I'd still encourage people to say, show us your memories, show us stuff
Yeah.
like that. If you got any photos of things like that, sports events, the Cobra tournaments. So,
Well, I'm sure Lee's photography would have hundreds of thousands of negatives that they've processed for the forces over the years. So there must be some lying somewhere in people's old tin trunks if they haven't deteriorated. Some of the stuff that I took while I was up there, the the chemicals on the photos have kind of continued to react over time and deteriorated, so they don't look too crash out. The colours are all washed out and all sorts of things. But hey, if you've got something good, as Pete's challenged us all to put something up from your time, do that and give us something to chat about on the Facebook page.
have
So,
you um, have you ever thought of going back to Mr. Lee's and asking for a refund?
um, no, I haven't actually.
You might be pushing the proverbial uphill with a stick.
Yes, yes. And all those other ones too, like they used to do the photo prints on saucers and plates and all sorts of stuff. It was
Yeah.
quite, I thought, quite advanced for its time.
Mm. It was really, hey. We were still on 35 mil film in those days and
Yeah, yeah.
nothing
Or the
digital.
old 110,
Yeah.
the old Kodak plug it in cassette.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Last
Yeah,
century.
yeah, yeah. Now it's just here at the end of your phone and can be worldwide within minutes. All right, so we'll get into what we've got for today. I'll just have a chat and check and see what we got. Oh, okay. So last week we talked about Blue September, and Pete, you've got some follow up for us from that.
Yeah, just sort of straight after our video went live, went out, I should have said. Um, one of the guys, um, one of our guys contacted me and to say that he is going through the battle at the moment. And he's, doing it tough because it's a horrible, nasty disease. And I think, his message to us was to keep pushing the fact that just go and get the blood test and
Yes,
save you. And it's not just all about us, as in the jokers, but save our families a lot of heartache as well, because it's something that's so easily preventable. So
yes.
that was his message: just go and get the blood test.
Yep, yep. So there you go. The challenge has been laid down. We laid it down to you last week. Pop along, have the PSA test.
PSA test, yeah.
PSA, yeah. So go and do that. That's men's health. Look after yourself. But as Peter said, and as we said last week, really it's about your family, looking after them. And if it can be prevented, get the blood test early, get the treatment early. If it's diagnosed, it's a whole lot easier than having to deal with the aftermath with your family. So there you go.
Mm.
Think of that one. Give a little page, Pete. We looking all right there? What's happening?
Yep, we're still ticking along, so the donations are still coming in slowly but surely. We're over 6,100, I think, the last time I looked at. So um, once again, please, that next cup of coffee, add $5 to the Seaver Give a Little page. So
And can you perhaps pin it to the top of the page or something like that? The link to the Give a Little page, because I've had a couple of
yeah,
queries.
I thought I'd done that, but I'll check it again tonight. But the other thing I did last week was when the video went live, was
Yeah.
that I posted it right behind it.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah,
So
so
maybe if you could do that again.
across all the sites. So, and if you're not sure, just flick me a message and I can soon send you a link. And let's go, Seaver.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see what we can do. And of course, the other side of that is if you find yourself in a place of assistance or need and things aren't happening through the RSA or Veterans Affairs for whatever reasons, don't be afraid to get in touch because we're collecting this money to help our people. And if you don't let us know that you need help, how can we help you? So don't be afraid to make contact, just to let us know either Pete, myself, or through the executive, Morris or Derek, what the problem is, what the assistance is you need, and we'll work something out. The other thing in relation to that was no, the video. So we've been running this YouTube channel now since March thereabouts, and we've had 5,600 and something, 10, I think it is, views in that time. So that's nice. We've got 29 subscribers, people who want to see us every week. Good on you. Thank you very much. And I think we average about 100 and between 130, 140 through to about 170 views every week. So we are making contact with people, and that's good. You're watching, and they tell you the stats. Quite funny, really. Some people will watch for just a couple of minutes and click off, and I don't blame you some days. And others will expose themselves to the full force of 20 minutes or something, and good on you too, because that's a hard work. But thanks for checking in. Thanks for seeing what we're talking about and how we can assist through the organisation to help you. So there you go. That's a little bit of info for today. So the weekend just passed in Europe, the commemoration of Operation Market Garden. I think there were 700 mixed services. So Germany and Brits and others did a 700 parachutists drop in relation to Operation Market Garden, which followed up after the landings on D-Day. Quite a significant, I think it was the biggest of the war, parachute deployment into the areas in Holland. No, I think it was the northern part, which gave rise to a whole lot of other stories of heroism by those who had been delivered by parachute. So nice to remember the efforts of those people who have contributed to our freedoms today. And on more on a the local front, So again, last weekend was the reunion for those who served in Bosnia, Kiwi company. That was 30 years. And also Timor-Leste, they had 25 years since their deployment. So congratulations to you chaps who served. Good on you. And I hope you enjoyed your get-togethers. I think it was in Wellington. Yes, so here's another one. Um, Van's processing times. Pete, did you see the latest Veterans Affairs magazine?
Um, it's sitting beside my chair. I actually haven't read it yet. So,
Shock and
yeah.
horror. But if you flick to the back page, they produce the stats, and so and they go back over time. I think over a 12-month period, 354 days to process a disablement pension, funeral expenses 77 days, independence allowance 334 days, permanent impairment 436 days. One of the pensions, SS or SP, now I'm not sure what that stands for, 71 days. Weekly compensation, 159 days. Some of those have come down, I noticed. So the extra employment of staff to help out at Vans is helping, and some have crept up. So keep an eye on it. The back page of Veterans Affairs.
Did
And the other
did
one,
they
oh, sorry, Pete.
did they give a reason as to why they've stretched out so long? Is it just lack of staff?
No, I don't think they have. I haven't got my copy with me. I just took the
That's some
stamp.
incredibly long time, so
Yep, yep. And so if you're in that mill and waiting for feedback from Veterans Affairs, maybe that's some explanation as to why. And some of it is, as far as I understand, relates to the information that you provide to Veterans Affairs. If you don't give them all the information, they've got to come back to you to get some more. That delays the process. But if you make sure that the things all filled out, all the application forms, and you've provided all the information that you can that they ask for, that should make the process for you a bit easier. I won't say it'll be any quicker, it might just be a bit easier. And also, you have to remember that they've got to make, in some cases, appointments with medical specialists to have you assessed. And as we know, the old health system's creaking a wee bit at the moment. So that could be a problem in getting appointments for a specialist to assess your conditions and so on. So that may be some of the issues that people are facing. Last but not least, for this week anyway, from me, a shout out to a Korean veteran, Peter Jensen. I noticed he was in the paper the other day. Fielding, I think, celebrated his 100th birthday. So good on him. That's a pretty big milestone. And the picture of him, he looked quite hale and hearty. And I thought, oh, well, there's hope for me yet. Not that I want to be doing this at that age. I don't think, no. Anything
it's
else from
certainly a
you,
big
Pete?
number.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you would have got a letter, I hope, from the King, congratulating him on his longevity.
I suppose they don't get telegrams anymore, do they?
No, I don't know what they'd send you.
I wouldn't think so. I don't even know if they have telegrams anymore.
You're starting
Who
to show your
knows?
age.
We'll leave that right there.
Yeah, yeah, good one. So to the last post, and we've got only one today, which is good. 375223 Renata TM, known as Mac, RNZIR, RNZE, passed away in Christchurch Thursday, the 19th of September, age 79. Listed in the RF and served in Victor 3 Company in Vietnam from 1968 to 1969. And as usual, we offer our condolences to the family concerned. And if you need any help or assistance and you can't get any through, I'm sure the Vietnam veterans will be able to help, as well as Veterans Affairs and the local RSA support advisors. But if you get nowhere there, maybe give us a call and we'll see what we can do to help. Are you up for the ode, Pete? Or did you do it last week?
Uh, I can't remember yesterday, let alone last week.
Oh well, okay. I'll give it a lash.
Thank you, Dennis.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.
So there you go. That's us for today, folks. Key points. Zip down to the doctor, make an appointment, PSA test for the blokes. You're not doing it for yourselves, you're doing it for the family. That's the key message, I think, out of what Pete was saying. Give a little page. Pete will put a pin on that, or put it in the comments after this video, so you can, if you want to, make a donation, or contact Pete or myself, and we'll send you a link. Is there anything else? No, I think that's about it. Oh, yes, this Friday, if you're in Canterbury, it's the something or other. Coffee Day. Old age getting to me. At the Air Force Museum at Wigram. See you there. I think people roll up from 9:30 onwards. Have a coffee. You've got to get in early, otherwise the queue's quite long. So anywhere between 90 and 100 people show up. So there you go. Get together, see a few of your mates. Cal Hill, if you're listening. Who else is there? Yeah, Steve Hawkins, maybe he's working. Mike Miller, Fiona, might see you. That's about it for us. And don't forget, there's also the Blenheim have their hub, their get-togethers at the funeral parlour. Next door to the funeral parlour, actually, it's the coffee shop. And also in Tauranga at the RSA 2 days a week. So if you need some assistance with those forms for vans, there's the place to go to, get some help. And don't be discouraged by the waiting times. If you are eligible for support from Veterans Affairs, fill that out, get it in. And dependent upon the conditions, if there are family benefits that can come from some of that. So again, it's not all about you, it's about helping your family in the future. So thank you. Thanks for joining us. I hope the weather where you are is pleasant. The rain's eased, the sun's shining, the skies are blue, and the birds are tweeting. Thanks for joining me.
If you see Terry Uriau
Yes.
at Wigram, give him my best regards. We were down at Scott Base together.
Okay.
I saw him in one of the photos a couple of weeks ago. So
right, yeah. The last time I saw him, I think he was on crutches or something. Maybe he's
yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Look after yourself. Look after your mates. Pick up the phone. Give them a ring. And who knows? Frank might be with us next week.